Are you a daily social media user? If you are, this topic should be important to you because social media use is linked to depression, low self-esteem, and much more. Social media is bad for people and should be limited to a minimum use. To illustrate the dangers of social media, we will take a look at anxiety and depression it causes, feelings of loneliness, reducing the fear of missing out, and enhanced relationships in your face-to-face life. The first area that we will take a look at is anxiety and depression and its link to social media. Social media users have a higher rate of anxiety and depression than those who don't use it. In a study conducted by the National Library of Medicine, they questioned 1,787 adults that use social media, and it was reported that 55.5% of them experienced depression in the last week. Lin et al., National Library of Medicine, April of 2016. When people took a social media break, there was a significant decrease in their depression rates, and they seemed to be overall happier. It was also reported that 10% of teens experienced cyberbullying, which obviously also would be linked to the depression anxiety aspect of using social media. Now, I have a diagram here to show that is about the importance of social media amongst 18 to 24-year-olds. And this shows 36.5% find it unpleasant being unable to go online. 33.9% are afraid to miss out on things. And 21.6% become restless when they are unable to check their messages on social media. So next, we will talk about the loneliness that people experience from using social media. If you are an avid social media user, chances are you feel more lonely than someone who rarely uses social media. So studies have shown that children who use social media tend to feel more isolated. And that is by Miller Child Mind Institute, April 1st, 2025. It can also be used as a form of escape for some, such as you're bored or you already feel lonely and you turn to social media to try to get rid of those feelings or suppress those feelings, and it can negatively affect your mental health, ultimately making the person feel more lonely versus what they were trying to accomplish. So moving on, we will talk about FOMO. FOMO is the fear of missing out. Now, looking at this instance of FOMO, we are talking about social media, which social media makes people have the fear of missing out and wanting to stay connected with others at all times. In a 2013 study, 56% of all social media users experienced FOMO. Bergman, Social Media and FOMO, March 10th, 2025. Examples of what people may feel like they're missing out on is an opportunity to meet up with friends, left out on inside jokes, not knowing the latest trends, missing messages, losing influence, and more. Basically, people are just scared to live in their day-to-day life without looking at a screen and figuring out what everyone else is doing, which people should really just be focused on their life and what they're living in the reality, what's real life. So I have a diagram to show the vicious cycle of social media FOMO. So the effect that social media can have on some users can cause them to get stuck in a pattern of continually checking their phones. It can be a tough cycle to break. So awareness of missed events increases anxiety. Anxiety about missing out prompts more frequent checking of social media, and more frequent checking increases awareness of events being missed. So it's just a cycle, a repeated cycle. So lastly, I will talk about enhanced relationships in face-to-face life. Social media ruins many chances at in-person relationships, including, relationships that you're already in, whether it's romantically or friendships, because people are so absorbed in social media that they forget to pay attention to the people who are physically around them. And therefore, that, hinders your relationships and I mean, obviously you're more absorbed in social media, that affects your anxiety, depression, loneliness, and you don't care as much about the people that are around you. If someone is out at a social event, those people tend to lean on social media when they feel as if they aren't getting enough interaction from the people that are around them. I'm sure I have also been that person at a social event, checking my phone because nobody was talking to me at the moment, when I could have been just out speaking to people who were at the social event. So in conclusion, we will do a recap of what we talked about. Social media is bad for people and should be limited to a minimum use. We talked about the dangers of social media in the areas of anxiety and depression, loneliness, FOMO, and enhanced relationships in face-to-face life. Overall, social media has negative effects on how people feel and even their relationships. Everyone should consider taking a break from social media. Thank you.